Triple E EDC back again with another knife sale. As many of you know, I do these knife sales in order to help fund the channel. I fund the giveaways, I fund the knives that come in for review. This channel is funded almost 100% by all my own money. I do a little bit of ad revenue here, but it's very small. I mean, very, very small. And, you know, a couple of you guys have kicked in some shekels from the, to use Slicey Dicey's word, which is actually Israeli currency. But a couple of you have kicked in a little bit on the super chats, definitely very appreciative, but most of this channel is funded by my own funds, and therefore I do have to sell knives here and there in order to be able to afford more things for the channel. Let's go ahead and take a look at what I have for you guys today. This is a 20 CV DLT exclusive. Just put a little nick in here, that's okay. This is a 20 CV, can't talk today, 20 CV DLT exclusive. This was the tan scale version of the DLT exclusive with 20 CV, and it comes with lightning strike carbon fiber scales. The original tan scales are not included. I don't have them, but I do have the box. It comes with a lynch clip. So these are custom scales from Eric Shepherd CC, or Shepherd CC Customs on Instagram, and you can see the lightning strike in them, which is that silver sort of glowing thread. It's not really glowing, but that silverish thread that's in the carbon fiber, that is the lightning strike portion of the carbon fiber. As you can see, the threads run through the entirety of the carbon fiber. Very, very nice carbon fiber on this. And you can see the detail in that lightning strike. You also get that deep carry lynch clip and the nice 20 CV PM2 action here, drop shot action, as you can see. And again, here's the knife, blade, and the edge. Just so you guys can see it. The centering is a smidge to the lock side on here, to the left over here. But for the most part, it's center. There's no rub whatsoever. And with custom scales, it's not surprising that there's slight off-center. But I'm going to go ahead and ask 200 on this. I had it posted for 200 previously. It didn't sell. I still think it's a fair price because the 20 CV ones generally go for about 180. These clips are 20 bucks, and these scales I think are somewhere around 80 or 100. So there's a lot of money in this knife, but I'm going to try to let it go for 200. And you guys can shoot me back an offer if you want, but I do, you know, think it's fair asking for 200 on this if you guys want this one. Next up, I have the Hinderer Nieves. So this is a knife I didn't think I'd sell, actually, mainly because of one reason. I'm taking a little bit of a loss on it. These originally came out at a price tag of like $410, and now they're sold for about $300, so they came down. But on the secondary market, you usually see them at $300, maybe $280, $270. Or 275, I should say. I don't think I've seen any recently sell on the secondary market below 275. I'm going to price this one to go at 250. There's a little bit of blade rub on this, which was common to all the first generation ones. This is a first generation one, but it's common to all the first generation ones. And it has the not the tang pins, but the flared out sides on this. Yeah, they are the tang pins. Sorry, you have the tang pins here, and then these flare out sides. So this is a balisong, so make sure it's legal where you are, or at least know your local knife laws. But this is a Hinderer design with the stonewash, or not the stonewash, the working finish on both the handles and the blade. Go ahead and show it to you guys. There's the latch. Little ding right here, which you don't really see normally in the working finish. There you guys go. Another little ding right there. But overall in great condition. Whoops. As I hit the camera. Overall in great condition, $250. go ahead and, by the way, if you guys are wanting to buy a knife, go ahead and hit me up at triple.e.edc@gmail.com. That's triple.e.edc@gmail.com. The first person to accept a full price offer will get the knife. If you come back with a counter offer an offer for me to come back and counter you, that's fine. Just be aware that somebody can snipe it out from under you if they make a full price offer. But I am willing to negotiate on some of these knives. This is the Spyderco Akuchi. I can't believe I'm selling this knife. I actually really love this knife, but I got to keep the inventory coming. These go for, I think, $140 new. As you can see, this one's in pretty good shape. CPM S30V. It's got that carbon fiber G10 on here with the wire clip. And a compression lock with, this is the CQI version with bushings, so it really just falls down to, really free fall action. Beautiful, beautiful free fall action. And you get that nice kinetic buildup on the wheel here. Very fidgety. I like this knife a lot. Very thin, just for a little comparison on how thin it is. Here it is against the PM2. So very, very thin. Again, $100 on this. These normally go for $140, selling this for $100. By the way, all prices are going to be shipped. Anything over $200 will also be insured. This is the Benchmade Altitude. This is a $200 knife, and it's a fixed blade. It is very, very slim and thin, and it is very, very thin. It has the pinch grip here, which is excellent for skinning. It has the jimping here, and you can go ahead and, skin in the field. It's light as a feather. Great EDC fixed blade if you like an EDC fixed blade. I wouldn't go around using it for long-term use because the blade is so thin, especially here on the Tang. But, overall, this thing, it feels like the fixed blade version of a Bugout. And that's pretty much what it is, the fixed blade version of a Bugout, except this is an S90V, and it's a first production 609 of 700. This is almost brand new in box. I would probably venture to say it's a 9.8, 9.9 out of 10 on the condition. Really, really nice condition. The sheath on here is great. You really don't have any rattle on here, and you have a little bit of up and down, I should say, rattle, but no back and forth rattle. But if it works well in the sheath and it's a joy for how light it is, and it glides through whatever you're cutting because of how thin it is. These normally, like I said, there's a $200 fixed blade knife. I'm going to go ahead and list it for, these were going on the secondary they're discontinued, or at least the black version's discontinued. The orange version's still $200. This black version, I think, was going around $150. I'm going to list this at $135. I think it's a pretty good deal at this time. And feel free to shoot a counter offer, but that's what I'm going to list this as. Next up, the Cold Steel Black Talon 2. This thing is just a beast of a knife. It's a beast. Despite it being a beast and having the triad lock, it's really thin, so that also means it's really light, especially for the size. But this is, it's the competitor to the Spyderco Civilian, and it's a self-defense knife, pretty clearly a self-defense knife. It's serrated, but a chisel grind on this side, as you can see. Chisel grind on that side, and regular serrations on this side. This is just wicked, wicked sharp, wicked cool. It wants to bite into stuff, wants to tear stuff. And if you've ever seen the videos on YouTube of Lynn Thompson tearing through pretty much everything with this knife, it's a wicked knife. But these, it is S35VN, by the way. It is S35VN, has this thumb plate, which also works as a wave-up function if you want to use that on your pocket. And this knife, I think, usually goes for somewhere around 120 or 130, can't remember exactly. But I'm listing this for, I think I had it listed before at $95. I would take 90 on it. Actually, to get this moving, I would take 85 on this. But I wouldn't negotiate off the 85. So if you're interested in this one, 85. This is the Benchmade Puukko. This is very good condition, 3V steel. The handle is santoprene, which is sort of this hardened rubber. It does not feel squishy at all. It feels very solid, and it is, but it feels sort of that textury, that rubber texture, while being extremely, extremely solid, with very little to no give. And it has a V-edge, not a true zero Scandi, but it is great for feather sticking. You know, if you watch DBK, if you guys watch DBK, the Dutch Bushcraft, so those guys, I think this is their best knife, best budget knife with 3V steel, I guess I should say. So it's the best value knife, I think they tout it as on their channel. Best value knife because it's the cheapest knife you can really get 3V in and still be a really good functional knife. So this normally goes for $127.50 in retailers, and I'm going to list this at $100 even. Comes with a sheath, with a dangler, pretty much a basic leather sheath. Also has a piece of plastic in here, you can probably see it, to keep the knife from cutting the sheath. All right, I think that'll do it for today's knife sale. Go ahead and put some of these knives back up on the screen. If you guys are interested in anything, again, triple.e.edc@gmail.com. Again, that's triple.e.edc@gmail.com. Definitely get in touch with me. I am looking to move these sooner rather than later, and I am headed to the post office, you know, probably both tomorrow and the next day. So if you get your orders in, or you tell me which knives you want to buy, I'll definitely work with you on that. Also, if you want to buy multiple knives, and save me on shipping, I may be interested in working something out with you. Thanks so much.